Hello, and welcome to another session of How To. Today we're going to take a look at how can I use Cougar Mountain as a donor file that you might want to use in the future. To do that, we would go to these options and module preferences where you have a tab called User Defined Field. You're the user, you define the way you want your reports. So in this particular case, we're going to use the reports for our donor files. So when I open up user defined fields, I make these up. Maybe you want to know what state they come from or what county they come from. You might want to know the information from anniversary data. Or you might want to know how much did they give and when did they give. Maybe you have a spring or fall radiothon or television and stuff, or a celebration where you bring people together to ask for their donations. In that case, then, we can actually keep track of this inside Cougar Mountain. These are just your questions. These are not the answers, they're the questions. So once we get the questions all solved, it's now a matter of going into your customers and filling in the answers. So we have our first customer here that we look up the user defined field, and here's those questions again, and now we actually fill in all the answers. Washington, Pierce County, here's an anniversary date that they have, here's what they donated to it, and when did they do it? Oh, at my spring festival, let's say. The second person then would be a little bit different. They're from Arizona, Lincoln County. Anniversary dates a little bit different. They give not 10,000, they give only 500, and it's the fall radiothon. So I move to the third one now, and they're from Idaho and Ada County, and they also have a different anniversary date, and they've only given $100, but it was also part of the fall radio. Well, with that information, I might want to get ready for next year's donation. So to do that, I could go to reports up here, go down to labels. Let's say I'm making a quick card to remind them that our festival's coming up, whether it's spring or fall. And now let's find out who I want to make sure I get them to. So when you sort by and you drop this down, you actually get to see all of your sorts. These are Cougars, but these are your sorts. And now I can combine them if I want. So I want to look at, the donors, or who donated last time. So I put them in here, and then I have an additional filter if I want to use. But right now, if I say, I just want the donors, and I put in here fall radio, and I put over here fall radio, and now when I say OK, it will put on the screen all my donors for fall radio. With that in mind, then I can even sort those out if I wanted to. Fall radio that gave us so much money. So here I'm looking for $1 all the way up to, now let's say $500. And now I put them on the screen and both of them show up. Now if I change the system where I want to make it $100, it gives me a different report. Only one of them gave me that much money. The other one was up to $100. Both of them gave it to me. But at $500, somebody was above and beyond that $100 gift. And this is the one maybe I want to put on a card that we have free gifts to give away if you buy so much more or donate so much money. Now remember, I'm using with a combination of fall radio. Well, what happens if it was spring? When I ask for that same amount of money, I open this up and take a look at it, and nothing comes up. Now let's change the format. I don't care what the time that they donated. I'm looking for my heavy donators. So I want to put in here the $10,000. Somebody who donates $1 to $10,000, who are they? So now I've got 4 up there that are donating to me. So it changes the particular report of how you're asking and what you're looking for. It's like an Excel spreadsheet now, but you're using it in Cougar. That concludes our how-to. And if you have any other questions, or feel free to call our customer service. department at 800-388-3088, and they'll be glad to assist you. Thanks for coming in and watching another how-to.